Alright gamers, welcome in to Retro Time, and in this video today, I wanted to talk about the rumor that's going around about the Nintendo Switch 2. This rumor has been going around for a while. I would have talked about this on my other channel, but we're here now. So, yeah, let's just get into the rumors, and then I'll give my take afterwards. So, let's get into it. So, rumor from My Nintendo News. I don't know how reliable this outlet is, but rumor, Nintendo planning to release version of Switch 2 without backwards compatibility. Alright, so before I say anything, before I give any thoughts, we're going to read the article and see what it says. Each day, it seems that a brand new Nintendo Switch 2 rumor is circulating online. The latest rumor comes from Xbox era rumor monger Sheppel Nick, who claims to have heard from his source that Nintendo is planning a Switch 2 console, possibly without a cartridge slot, which won't be backwards compatibility with the original Nintendo Switch games. This would mean that there are two models, one with a cartridge slot and the second an all-digital version. As always, this rumor and Nintendo has yet to announce their follow-up to the Nintendo Switch family of systems. So, my feelings about this is this has been a talk amongst the community of people who are ready for that new Nintendo Switch. We are genuinely ready for new hardware to come out. But this is looking more and more like an Xbox, PlayStation situation at hand here that's coming out very, very soon whenever the next Nintendo Switch console comes out. Or the next Nintendo console in general coming out. We can't say it's Nintendo Switch 2 because we don't actually know the name of it. But if they stick with that name, that's fine. But how I actually feel about this is, okay, so if there's no backwards compatibility on one, I heard speculation that you're allowed to take your profile over from the Nintendo Switch to the new one, and that came directly from Nintendo. Alright? So that idea of backwards compatibility is probably 100% false. Or a good percentage of it being false. I can't say 100, but the rumor, or the actual speculation of you being able to take a profile over to the new one actually came from Nintendo. This is a news outlet that I don't know how reliable the source is, so take this all with a grain of salt. But why would you just leave the software that was digitally downloaded on your previous console and transfer that whole profile over to new software? I mean, new hardware, sorry. Why would you do that? Because if you already have digital stuff saved on a Nintendo Switch, would you not want to take all that old digital software over to the new console if your profile is allowed over there? This is all just weird, and this is all out of speculation, and again, this is a rumor that needs to be taken with a grain of salt. But I could foresee them selling two versions of a Switch without the cartridge slot, which would be perfectly fine. I mean, we've seen this in multiple consoles come out, that Nintendo did it with the DS to the 3DS. They did it with the Game Boy Color. I mean, Game Boy to the Game Boy Color. They did it with the, I want to say, the Game Boy Color to the Game Boy Advance, to the Game Boy Advance, to the Game Boy SP, stuff like that, so on and so forth. So you get what I'm saying at here. Why would Nintendo just automatically ditch everything they had going on before for the last console, okay? And the reason I find this extremely weird is because they're easing their way into an all-digital future. We see that. But this is a very much like an Xbox and PlayStation situation, which is very, very, not very bizarre, not far-fetched to begin with. Because we're seeing this happen more and more. I don't like the idea of the digital age, but I really don't feel like Nintendo's going to ditch all of their software they have, especially if you can transport most of it digitally over to your new console. So, do I think most of this is false? Yes, because look at how short the article is, and they don't seem like they got much information here to begin with, out of speculation. So, just take this all with a grain of salt again, and look at it as you may, but don't get your expectations too high about what's being said here. Now, I do believe we will see 2 models of the Nintendo Switch, but the idea of not having backwards compatibility is, I feel like it's a very slim to none thing. I mean, looking at it as a whole, they were already talking about your profile being transferred actually from a Nintendo source. And these guys are saying completely different. They're forgetting about there's some digital content that is backwards compatible to, it would be to the next Nintendo Switch if you can, that if Nintendo had said that you can transfer your profile over to the new Switch, then more than likely you're going to be able to transfer all your old games over. That's just what I'm taking from this. I don't believe they're fully 100% done with doing backwards compatibility. And the digital age, we're on the fence right now. Like, we're on one side of us is still buying physical, the other one is buying digital. So what this is going to turn into is we'll see 2 versions of the console. It's like how the PlayStation and Xbox have the discless console and the digital console, and the same thing with the new Xbox that's out too. But yeah, I don't know how you guys feel. Leave a comment down below, but that's how I feel about the whole thing. I do think we will see 2 Nintendo Switches, one an all digital Switch, and another one a version with a cartridge slot. But I don't fully think the backwards compatibility is 100% gone with the Nintendo Switch 2. This is like almost falsified information right here, and this did not come from Nintendo. They have a name stating a Nintendo article above them, but they're not actually Nintendo. So again, take this with a grain of salt, but that's just my thoughts, my opinion, and I want to give my take on this because I see everybody doing it right now. So, and with that said, guys, hope you like this content here. Give your opinion down below, and if you did like this, hit the like button. Please subscribe to the channel. Still growing, it's still small. And also, hit the notification bell for more content from me, and I'll be seeing you next time. Keep gaming, gamers. Take it easy.